is doing weird things as soon as I update this title. Button is depressed.
I hate sad buttons.
So sad. So bad. What's up, Domir?
How much?
Alrighty. Time to do this thing. Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other friggin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar nude so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. Because it's a day.
Hump Day.
Yes.
That's
we're
right.
humping along today.
Time to get the hump on or off, depending on how you want to look
yes.
at it. That's right. And welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Howdy, Maynard. It is Wednesday, July 26, 2023, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. Giveaways are open. You know what to do. Exclamation, I love free shit. Exclamation, bundle me. Get in on those giveaways. There goes the Maynard. First person in.
We have giveaways open on both streams. Exclamation mark, I love free shit. Exclamation mark, bundle me. Because you know what? You need to. You want to have a little.
You have to. That's right.
Yes. There's a need. The need.
So how was your phone call at exactly 1 o'clock yesterday?
Didn't happen.
Oh shit. All that, get out of here, run out, and they don't do it. I love these guys. Bunch of slackers.
Yeah.
But you know
Yes.
what? We're not slacking because we've got news, we've got information, we've got topics to discuss, and we're gonna get right to it, I guess. So we're gonna
Before we
start
get to things.
today. Is why don't we start with those two little ones and get those out of the way because gotta give a
Yeah.
hearty welcome back to a certain person.
Okay, which are the two short ones?
The
The as designed?
as this well the yeah, not on the zone list.
Destination? Yes. Okay. Cobalt Battle Camp is not a scroll destination. This is reported by Roper. Doc Holliday that the Cobalt Battle Camp not showing up on zone teleportation list. And Sanyo responding with, "This is intentional. Some scenes can't be added to the teleport list, and this is especially true for ones that exist effectively only for quests slash storylines. The Cobalt Expeditionary Camp is one of those scenes that won't add to the teleport list.
Won't add or they won't add.
They won't add. I mean, they won't add because the other one is the Cobalt Ferrig's Battle Camp, also reported by Roper Doc Holliday. And this is intentional. Some scenes can't be added to the teleport list, and this is especially true for ones that exist effectively only for quests slash storylines. Ferrig's Battle Camp is one of those scenes that won't add to the teleport list. Why?
Yes.
Why?
Now I got a question.
Why?
It isn't Soul Town effectively quest and
Yes.
storyline.
Yes.
It isn't Airy quest and storyline. Isn't
Yes.
Blood River quest and storyline.
Yes.
Why can we teleport to all those but not these two scenes? What's so important about these scenes that we can't
They're all
teleport
the
to
way on the
them?
west side. They're all the way on the west side of the map. That's it.
Well, I mean, they're in the northwest side of the map. They're up on the what is the island? What is the island?
Um,
I gotta look
well,
now.
now we need to bring up the out of game map because we can't bring it up on the in game map. So bring up the world
Norgard.
map.
Yeah, up
Yeah,
in Norgard.
Norgard.
And we'll
Norgard.
throw this up here for everybody. And these two locations are, actually pretty
Ferrigs
side by
and
side. Are they actually showing on the map now? Ferrig's Battle
yes,
Camp
they
is
are.
showing, but I still don't see which is one of them maps need to be
Well,
updated.
well, Dimig's battle camp is right above Norgard. The name
But
Norgard.
that's Demig's. That's not
Well,
Cobalt Battle
Dimig's
Camp.
and Dimmigs and Ferrigs. Those are the two battle camps.
Right, but that's not the Cobalt Battle Camp, which is slightly south of Ferrig's Battle Camp.
Okay, so that's not on the map.
And let's see, Demig's Battle Camp. Let's just look at it as it's a tier 3 scene. If I can just look at the map, let me see if maybe that is what they're referring to. Sort of looks like the Cobalt Battle Camp, but I don't see the.
I think it is actually Dimmick and Ferrig's battle camps.
So then why didn't he correct the names on those? Because now we got to go look. Now I got to take a trip. So let's go take a look because we got to go take a look at something else here. So the easiest way here is to go to Esgard, I guess.
On my way to
Well,
Asgard.
and I guess I'll just go right down to the waterfront real quick.
I went to the north entrance.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is turn around and leave, so, yeah, no big deal.
Yep.
No big deal. But let's
Dun,
go
dun,
ahead and
dun,
take a
dun,
look
dun,
because
dun.
one of our other topics today is going to require me to actually go out to some POTs because I think that they have the wrong information. Everybody's got I think. But we're going to go and find that out for, yeah, for conclusive findings
Yeah, something.
as soon as this wants to update and get me where we got to go here. It's taking its
I'm on
own
the
sweet
overworld
time.
map now.
I haven't even gotten
And
into Esgard yet. I'm still loading into Esgard,
so
which is taking forever.
on the overworld map, they are both labeled Farrag's Battle Camp and the Cobalt Expeditionary Camp.
Right, so that means if you ran a little northwest, would you then run into Demig's battle camp? Because, like I said,
Let's go see.
Kobold battle camp
Yes.
was slightly
Yes.
south, right? So Kobold battle camp
Yes.
is not actually
And then
on the
Demix
map.
is a little bit north. Yeah.
So not exactly what we were thinking there, what we were talking about there. So it's two separate
Yeah,
battle
but
camps. And why the Kobold battle camp isn't on the actual... Well, that's got me curious now. So let's just see as we get here. We'll be on the world map.
I mean, they are permanent places with banners, so it's not like they need to be like
What the
discovered.
fuck? How did I get to harvest?
I don't know. Did you go to the wrong place?
I clicked on the red boat to the overworld.
Are you on the other side of the?
I went
I
to
don't know.
harvest. Yeah, you gotta click another red boat. But don't tell me this fucking boat's gonna bring me... Red boats is supposed to bring you to the overworld, people. Boat to Novia.
Hey man, Shroud math. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, lovely Shroud map.
Yes, Shroud math.
Harvest is a town on the overworld. It's not the overworld.
Hey, Shroud math. Shroud math. You know how important that thing is.
Juggle cat for freedom. Maps are for losers.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, well, see, it's one of those things there, Maynard, because they would have to make a map. No, you know, this should have been a map. This is a scene that's been here forever and a day.
But I mean, the fact that there's banners flying over on the overworld map
Yeah.
for these three scenes, because Demigs also didn't get a report that I'm aware of, is one where it's
And,
like,
yeah, these fuckers. Now I'm on the other side of the water. I ferried to Esgard. There we go. Okay, so there is an overworld.
so you've got Cobalt Expeditionary, tier 5+.
Yeah, big
got
old banner right there. Yeah.
Farrag's big old banner. And then you also have the Cobalt or the Demigs battle camp.
Big old banner.
Yeah, big old banner. So you got all these big old banners. So why is the ability to put these as teleport destinations so wrong?
Well, let's take
It's
a
so
look at
problematic.
something. Let's try Demigs. Can we teleport to Demig?
Okay.
That's yeah.
Hold on, I got to go inside of it just to make sure that it's a recent destination.
Yeah, as apparently it's not on my list. I'm sure I've been here before.
Yeah. Okay.
But of
So,
course, one of the points I wanted to say, of course, was welcome back Roper Doc Holliday, because we haven't seen him in God knows how long around here.
yeah.
Really cool guy. And then
But
commentary, if I can get back over here,
okay, so I'm
from
getting out
Conjurer
of
Dragon
Demig's.
would argue that the camp is mobile and would be wandering in a no fixed location for teleporting, just like MASH, but not actually quite true. So yeah, here we are. I have locations marked. I have one exit, which
Okay,
should
so
be.
teleport to zone. Let's go see if we can see Demig's. And that answer is no. So Demig's also does not have uh, the ability to teleport to it. But these are three things with persistent banners and zone information on the overworld map. I mean, they can go with the hey, these things are actually temporary. Uh, if they would ever move them, if they would move them, then I could see, hey, you know what? This is actually a very temporary thing, and
And then I would
uh,
understand not being able to zone to them, because
yeah,
the
if they
location
changed,
moves.
if the location changed periodically, then yeah, absolutely. But since they have not changed since persistence, then the answer is a moot point because they're static scenes.
And they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, they don't go anywhere, which means static.
And again, Banner, just like Sultan, just like Airy,
Oh
just
yeah,
like any other. I mean, let's run over to the corner over here. This is what Valhold, and I'm sure if we hit
yeah,
the zone and typed in Valhold, we can zone to Valhold, right? VAL. There we go, Valhold. You can go to Valhold. It's a bannered.
yeah. Well, I don't know if I've been to Valhold, so I have to go
Oh,
into it.
as I have.
Oh, I know I've been into it, but it's been a very long time. See, new location discovered, Valhold.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Well, I haven't been here in so long that it was after they did uh, the silly things related to uh, zoneless. Say hello to Tim Boy, guys. Hi, Tim Boy.
Tim Boy. Who's Tim Boy?
I have no idea, but I have quests to do in Valhold. But
I'm sure you
hey,
do.
imagine that. Imagine that Valhold now in my list, and I'm sure you went down to Mud, didn't you?
I've been to Mud. I know.
Yeah.
Mud is
What about
usually.
what about the Noryard
Oh yeah,
Moors?
I've been all these places. Again,
Noryard Moors. Yeah.
my teleport to zone list not as big as it could be, 367 scenes. So you need a lot of catching up when it comes to.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I have
I'm
my shroud. I've been to all the scenes that matter.
now. While we're at it, I guess we can. How about Smargarar? Have you been to Smargarar?
Smargarar? No.
Yeah, what is this? I don't even know if I've been here.
Uh,
Is it this a POT?
yeah, it's a player-owned town,
No, it just says
or is
it's
it PRT?
PRT, regular PRT.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it on the name of the town if you've been there, a little green tick. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. That must be something that they added but never
Wait,
told anybody.
wait. Little green tick.
Yeah, I have to go back out, I guess, to see that in a second, but it wasn't on my zone list, so we're popping in just to add it while we're here. Yeah, new location discovered. This is the original POT template, which is what it looks like.
Where is this little green tick?
It's on your leg.
Yeah, I don't see a little green tick.
Have you really looked?
Here, let me go check mud. Is mud on my list? Yeah, mud is on my list.
Yeah, Conjure even gives us a link. Look at that. Let's open that URL and see.
If you're outside the town, where is this little green tick? And
Green.
is it more like the information?
I'm gonna get out here.
Here, let me find something like a player out around town if there's one out
Oh,
here.
there you go. When you
Here.
when you hover your mouse over the town's name, it pops up and there's a little green check mark.
Yeah. Now I see it. You have to hover over, not just the E to enter.
Yeah, it's not just there, and it's not visible without hovering. Yeah, one whole player vendor in the whole town.
So if I come over here to Norstead, that is a question mark on it. So you actually have to hover over that. That's.
And what does the question mark mean?
That it's undiscovered. Undiscovered for.
That what it says?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, this place you haven't visited before. All right, so while we're out and about, let's gonna hop on over to Journey's End for a second.
Hey, Norstead is for sale. Contact Jay Nord on Discord. The soda farms are via in-game mail. Hey,
Really?
we should report that.
Where is it? Where is it? Where does it say that?
Norstead, the town announcement.
Oh, let's see this. I haven't been to Norstead. Where is it?
Across the little bridge.
Across the little bridge where?
Well, I am standing on the little bridge. I am looking for Laz.
Okay, I see where you are.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
I see where you are. And yeah, question mark. 'Cause I haven't been there.
The town daily message says Norstead is for sale.
Oh, he's gonna get banned for that, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's not supposed to be allowed to offer up things for sale in game on the forums.
Yep. It's all good. It's all good. So what else did the inconsistent rules appliers?
Well, I mean, I guess you can actually, sell for Kodos and gold. I don't know how much gold it would take.
Yeah.
And the Arrow Steel, the only person who lives here.
Okay.
All right, gonna take a run over to Journey's End then, while we're here.
Belladonna _ Rose
Gotta
just
teleport to
followed.
Journey's End.
Thanks for joining us, Belladonna _ Rose.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Donna
why are we going
Rose.
to?
Thanks
Why
for
are
the
we
follow.
going to? Where in Journey's End are we going to?
Just go to the docks.
Okay. I am teleporting to the docks.
And then I'm going to close out these two topics. I guess.
Hello there, Belladonna. Don't forget, exclamation mark I love, free shit, exclamation mark bundle me for those giveaways.
Cobalt, close. Ferrex, close. Okay, those are
Okay,
closed.
so I am on the docks of Journey's End.
All right, I'm on the way. Hold on. I put my world map back where it belongs. And then we're going to bring up fee for unpacking houses.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Fee for unpacking houses in a different pot. Actually, it's not a different pot, but the same pot with a different template. Two questions about it. I am going to change the template of my pot. Do I still have to pay my kodos for unpacking my properties in my POT after changing the template? If so, is there somewhere I can see the exact fee that has to be paid for each size of the house, basement, and dungeon? The player's guide doesn't mention the fee, and I can't find any information. Anpu's like, if I'm recalling correctly, since this is just a biome change for your town, there would not be a kodo cost to place homes back into the same town. I'm going to have to say this. One, a biome change is actually technically a completely different pot.
It is.
Because it's a different template that's being used. So, but if you evict all of your residents, I don't know if there's going to be, because the old town technically doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if there's actually a fee related to that. That would have to be a dev answer. And Isabel's like, that makes me doubt. When I changed biomes last time, I also changed my name and location. I did not have to pay, and I did have to pay. This time I changed the template and name. It will be called Umbra without Regnum. However, I'm going to put an island template, so the location will change slightly by having to enter the pot through a ship and not from land. So, and
you're getting a brand new POT.
Yeah, JRS is like, change his pot name. They will essentially create a new pot with the new names, which means you will have to pay. It's 100 kodos per property manager slot, no matter the size. You didn't mention the name change in the original post. Anpu's like, oh, I thought you were only doing a biome change. I believe that, yes, to place any lots in the new name town will cost kodos to place them. Yes, it will. If I'm recalling, if you were just doing a biome change, then no kodos would be needed to place lots back into the... No, biome change, as long as it's the same, like template, like grasslands to... It's going to create all kinds of land problems. So yes, there's going to be a charge there. And then Isabel's like, great then. I thought the fee depended on the size. Thank you both. Are you sure about this? Because the fee used to be based on the size of the property. Yes, I am sure. It changed the release after I moved my keep lot. When its bar dress changed to Mystery, it also changed the biome, but the devs did something so we did not have to pay kodas to move out of the magic mover. Vulcan Jedi.
Okay, so the only way for me to do this realistically is as we get back over here is I have to throw this lot into a magic mover because
do you have a request change to also
Well, here comes the good part here. Hold on here. Row, village lot. Throw this one into storage. Yeah, I have a lot that I move around. Oh, I can't do that there. Oh, that's not right. That's a town lot. Oops, never mind. That's a town lot, so I need a town. I have to run over to the other town, I think.
You're moving the purple dragon ends. You can't do that.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta run over to Snug. You can stay here. No need for you to come over there
Okay.
because
Okay.
the lot that I
Oh.
want to transfer is the wedding lot, which is actually originally placed in Snug Harbor. That's why I gotta play.
Oh.
That's why I gotta place it over here. But I need to just go grab a town lot deed from this.
You know what? While you're doing that, I will go ahead and close a giveaway and then announce a winner. And then I'll be
There
like,
we go.
as soon and while Laz is doing that, I'm gonna go send my nerd a streamer bundle, and then I will create a brand new giveaway.
Hey, look at that. Maynard won on my side too. So when we get back to the lot, I will be sending one to Maynard as well.
And while you're pulling lots and stuff, that gives me something to do.
And I'll tell you what, send Maynard two, and I'll give you one when I get back to the lot.
Okay. Okay.
This way, I don't have to worry about it since you're going to be going back to the lot.
Yes, and you can also reimburse me my shipping fee of 150 gold.
Through your shipping fee. There was only 15 gold.
Well, it's 25 for two.
Now, I know I've got a
And
town lot over here.
I'm going to Journey's End again and going back to the docks. But giveaway is reopened on my stream.
I believe this is a town lot over here
Oh,
that I can steal.
and I believe someone actually said I'm actually on the lot because I wasn't paying attention.
There we go. So I know this is a town lot. And we have to take this into the property manager, which is already open. And where's my empty lot?
That was Tim Boy saying it. I'm actually a tamer. Yes.
City lot, keep lot, village lot, village lot, village lot, village lot, row lot. There it is, town lot. So we're going to take this lot, throw that into storage. We're going to unclaim this lot so that we can use it over. And actually, then I could feasibly just use either one of these to put it over in Snug Harbor to get the answer. But my answer I thought was 600 kodos to do this, not 100, and that's why I'm doing this. Especially if you have multiple lots. As we hear Lord British narrating his story in the background here.
Dun 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 dun. I'm waiting for Laz to show up.
Yep, I'm coming.
And where are we running to?
We're going right over to that big area near the Gusball Court because I'll have room to. And I'll have to make sure I have a town lot deed, so I have to make a pit stop here at the bank or just check my inventory for a town.
Now I got to go find where the Gusball Court is.
Inventory.
Over here?
Deeds. Town. Town property marker. Okay, so I do have town property markers.
This lot is reserved.
Yeah, it's a village lot. I gotta run a little
will get on
further
top
over
of your
there.
Marlin statue.
Fish.
I have mounted your Marlin statue.
Alright, got a nice big clear area here. We're just gonna take a single town property marker.
Slap it down.
Uh,
Oh, it's not reserved for me, trust.
why won't it let me place a town property marker? There it is. Okay, now I got it. That's really weird. I have plenty of room. This is really weird.
You can't place a town property marker.
It comes up
Claimed
red.
Too many.
No, I
Have you
have plenty of
claimed too
room.
many?
I have I got 9,900. I see something. I pull this out. What does it do?
It looks at porn.
But by the way, it's set to the bottom of the hour.
Yeah, we already pulled them.
Giveaways.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, my
All right,
nerd
so-
won.
So let me pull this. Yeah, let's just see if this makes a difference. Pull this village marker. Clear up space. And then drop the town. That if anything, that should have done it. That's really weird. It just will not let me place a town marker whatsoever.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, so let's just do village again. Oh, that's odd. It won't even let me place a village property marker. Oh, there goes one. Oh, maybe it's just not. Maybe it's just not flat enough over here.
Oh, the massive paved area not flat enough? Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah. I was having problems even with the village, but let's see a town then. Let's try town again. Oh, you're standing in my way. Get the hell out of here.
How the fuck are you placing it that way?
I'm just trying to place it anywhere in here that's feasible, but you're standing in the way, but it still won't let me place a town marker.
Shroud math, man. Shroud math.
Which is really, really, really weird, because I have plenty of room to just place this in this town. I have plenty of space left. And to prove that point, if I take a village property marker, it just doesn't like this area. It won't even let me place village property markers out here. So we got to go someplace different. Where else can I go?
Why don't you just do it right here on this tree area?
Oh, right over here, you mean? Okay, let's
Yeah.
try. Let's try it over
that's
here.
a town-sized.
Okay, let's me do village over here. Okay, so let's try a town marker. Oh, look at that! I can place a town marker there. I'm gonna say I know I had plenty of room. All right, so town marker, claim the lot. Let's look for my inventory. There's the town lot. Claim it. Okay. So now that we are here, I can take either one of these lots. But I was just going to take the
Meow.
Empty town lot. I'm going to take the wedding lot and try and put it there. Are you sure you want to unpack the town lot? The current empty lot will be sent to storage, but it's not telling me how much it's going to cost.
Nice. It's always impressive when it's like the Shroud math has a cost associated with it and they refuse to tell you what it is. Right?
Yeah, but why would the empty lot be sent to storage? The empty lot shouldn't be sent to storage. It's an empty lot.
I don't know. Shroud
Okay,
math.
so yeah, I know. So,
Well, in case there was anything placed on said empty lot.
but there isn't.
Well, like technically, the NBNN studio lot is an empty lot because there's no house there.
Right, but that stuff would be sent to storage. I mean, this is a blank lot.
Yeah.
Like when you're claiming a brand new lot, there should not be anything. All right, cancel
Oh, I'm
for a
aware.
moment. So I want to just see how many crowns I have. Okay, I have 11,400, 12,040. And of course, I don't know which stack this would take them from. It'll probably take them from the okay,
Oh,
so
and Belladonna said make sure there are no tree removers there. It shouldn't have been because as
shouldn't
soon
I
as you
just
place the
put
lot,
I
it
I
wipes
just
the
placed
trees.
a regular lot. Yeah, it's not like and this is just a plain blank lot. So let's try and again we're gonna put this here. Okay, so I'm gonna do restore. And a fee of 100 crowns will be paid to move this from Snug Harbor. So it is 100.
Okay.
I could have sworn it was 600 across the board. So that's really not too bad considering 100 lots to move towns, 100 crowns to move towns, which I'm not going to pay.
A dollar.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay, and then I can unclaim this lot and go back to. And I throw this back into there. And I really didn't need that village lot marker sitting where it was anyway, so I don't have to worry about putting that back, but I do have to run back over to Snug Harbor and place my stables back over there.
So are we done running around?
Yeah, you can head on back
Go back
over
to
to the
the lot?
lot. I'm just going to run out here and put my stables back where they belong.
Okay. I'm
And
just
what?
going to entertain Lily.
Entertain Lily. Here's Lily. Lily tail. That's all of
Oh, that's
Lily.
Lily body.
That's all
Yeah,
of
that's all
Lily.
of Lily.
Yeah.
Lily has missed me.
Lily's saying, "Love me, daddy. Love me, daddy."
Yeah.
All right, so that
But
is actually 100 kodos, which is again surprising. I thought it was it used to be 600, so I'm wondering why they went down so low.
Shroud math.
Yeah, ways to cut out your income stream. That's $5, $5, $5 you lose every single time
Yeah.
by cutting that number down.
Well, I think anytime you're evicted, you should actually get a free move.
Evicted
town.
is one thing, and again,
Yeah.
the one thing I don't understand is this is going to be what $100 that Isabel is now spent to move her town and rename it twice, because each time is a $50 service fee, which I'm sorry, but I just ain't handing out service fees because I ain't.
someone wants to rename a town and change the biome, make
Yeah,
it look a little different.
I can understand, but the point of having the whatchamacallit, the form to lock your form and make sure that you know what you're what you want and how it's going to look and all that good stuff before you lock it is so that you can make those decisions. And I mean, so okay, you made the decision once, so you didn't like it, and then you changed it again. There's a $50 fee, and then you went, I don't like that, so I'm going to spend another $50 to change it one more time. I mean, I guess if you don't mind spending $50, $50, it's one of them things. But
Yeah.
you got a decorative rose bush in the bundle, and it has no roses on it. Only
No visible
mature rose bushes have visible roses. Yes. Okay. Well, there's your answer.
Fun.
There's your answer.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at there, Lily?
And what they don't get is the time it takes Sanyo to change POTs. Well,
Yeah, is it really worth $50?
Well, I'm gonna guess that Belladonna Rose is saying it takes a lot of time, where I'm gonna go, it shouldn't, because that's what templates are for. You go, take template, place here, name it, and you're done. It should take less than 5 minutes to pop a POT into the game, She says no. It takes a bit of time. I don't see why it would take a bit of time. That's why we have templates. That's just like creating this couch that Bridge Troll is sitting on, this chair here. When it's time to create it, you create it and you place it. How you doing, Bridge Troll?
Hey, he's just hanging out. He's
Yeah.
enjoying that seat.
I know. But meanwhile, let me go ahead and give you that bundle.
Oh, yes. Why, thank you.
Hold on. I'll give you 150 gold. Just so you can't make a
I will
stink.
take that service fee. I will accept that service fee gladly.
I bet you will.
I love how that works.
I bet you will.
Oh, man.
Because 150 gold really doesn't mean anything to me. You know that.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't mean anything to you either. But it's just shits and giggles there.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for one more. So why don't we get to Conjure a
Horses.
Dragon? Conjure a Dragons. The Courage Clubs.
When we're going to
Courage
Courage Club.
Courage Club.
I just did my first 2 fights in the Courage Club in Erie and ran from the 3rd contender. The idea of having such an institution like the Fight Club is a nice challenge. However, in my opinion, it happens too fast. The first contender was easy, but even while I took his loot, the wall to the 2nd contender already opened, and after next round, the 2nd wall failed to the number 3 open just as quickly. Please give me a second to pick up the loot of my current contender before the next one enters combat. Ampu's like, keep in mind, not everyone going in there is exactly the same level as you. I died the first time I went in there a long time ago, as I was not sure of the creature's levels in there. Then I got better. Perhaps possibly a Mistrender City only Courage Club Plus could be added to the bumps to the way that bumps up the wave battle in there. Which is another reason to save the player a second before the battle. I did not want to get my loot before the next battle, but any player would want to see the next contender if his name is green, yellow, or red to decide to fight or leave. Sanyu's like, I'm glad you like the Courage Club. It's been a long time since I worked on it. but I bet it wouldn't be too hard to add a couple of seconds between fights. Here's the issue that I created. I'm a huge fan of these styles of progressive wave battles. I would love to see this built out with much more difficult and variety. Different cities providing different wave battles specific to the area. Yeah, lore-wise, I could see the guards, so say Port Harmony saying something like, here on Mistbringer, we have the real Courage Club here, not that wimpy one on Novia, etc. And then would players like it? Would players actually use it? Is it worth the developer time to add this? That's a difficult question. When I created it, I sort of thought of Courage Club as a mini challenge dungeon, which is our internal category name for scenes like the Compendium of Pain and Suffering and Lord British's Castle. I take those scenes are bigger in scope than what you mentioned. Are you thinking that something still smallish like Courage Club, but maybe higher tier threats and or maybe multiple enemies, at least in the final battle? Feel free to be specific what you're looking for. This is now a wish list request.
Issue 71,000. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah. Sanya, the mere fact that you are active on our forums and looking for suggestions give me hope for our future.
Yay,
Where's Chris?
Senyo.
Where's Chris, the owner of the company? Well, you asked. I'm going to start with the dream and then tone it down. My dream would be to have entrances to the current
Where's
gov that a
my
gov steward
elephant?
could place in a pot that are purchasable via the Kodo store, and you could sell different levels of entrances from easy to extremely hard. Easy would be pretty inexpensive and extreme would be very expensive. Entrances could be themed, so you could have multiples of the same level, just different themes, i.e. different mobs. Cave theme could have trolls or spiders as the mobs. Each of these types of mobs have bosses that could be used as the final boss. Mine... Wait, where am I? Mine themed could have satyrs or undead. Dragon themed could have waves of baby pharaoh and named dragon as the boss. Wyvern themed could have barbarians, wyverns, and then ferocious wyverns. Kobolds could have kobolds, clockworks, culminating in either named kobold or a clockwork dragon of one of the colors. I think there are so many possibilities that it would be a popular addition to the pots as well as the Kodo. A nice Kodo purchase to help with the game. Now the more likely idea is
interesting idea, yeah.
Yeah, now the more likely idea is absolutely more enemies and higher tier threats. I was just disappointed when I first did Courage Club as I found it well after my character didn't have an issue winning. I wanted so bad for a club that would challenge me, but at this point they just didn't exist. I think it would be fun to theme it to the area that it is and maybe venture outside of just NPC towns. Maybe add entrances to areas such as Olfheim, Panopticon, Breach, etc. Anyway, more variety, more quantity, more difficult, more.
More.
I 100% second that, and thank you so much for asking your thoughts on being open to enhancing a really neat and underutilized mechanic in the game. Keep up the great work. Anpu, if anything, I would like Courage Club entrance added to Port Harmony, and guards there could simply supply a key when asked for it. I do think that this would be out of place for Mistbringer. It's more of a thing Norgard and Eri guards do in cities, at least on the Novia continent, but I'll leave that for you. I think the original poster was just wanting a little bit more of a delay between each spawn. The walls for the next enemy lower fairly fast upon defeating each foe in turn. I would like possibly in Port Harmony to have its own Courage Club that is a higher tier than the ones in Novia. When asking the key for it, the guard could make it very clear that Port Harmony Courage Club is much more difficult than the wimpy one in Novia. The Courage Club, I believe, about the toughest HP boss of around 2240, the Iron Jarl. The final boss in Port Harmony Courage Club could be one around 33 to 5k, and rewards adjust as such. You could just clone the Courage Club scene to save on dev time and just do the same minor deco changes in there, possibly. And possibly in the fun department, add a new leaderboard category for Courage Club Champion and also Port Harmony Courage Club Champion if added. This leaderboard would list the players with the most boss kills in each of those scenes. This would at least add a new category of activity to the leaderboard that is not fishing.
Not
You
fishing.
could also set the
Fish.
Courage Club up as another once daily quest, and it just provides a standard 16,000 XP and some gold. Could also provide a common artifact item as a reward. I'll just throw this out there as some ideas to ponder. Yes.
And Knight Rider says, "How about no?"
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't like all this stuff, Knight Rider?
Hey, it's
Is
ideas, man.
you know, first off, I wasn't even aware that we had such a thing as the Courage Club. To be truthful
Yeah,
with
no,
you,
I
I
also
didn't
was
even know this was thrown into the
unaware.
game.
Yeah, I was unaware. I want core fixes like Unity, nothing else. Well, Sanyo is the world builder that's left, so he can't really help with the. Oh wait, maybe he could help with the Unity because he could like migrate some renderers or something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What we need is somebody who understands it like Seawolf back in the saddle, but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we had to let the people like that go.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that's what that's all about. Again, we're here in July, end of July, actually. So we're 7 months gone in this year. With only a couple left to get this Unity thing done, and I don't foresee it happening anytime this year at the rate we're going. We don't hear much on it.
Yeah.
All we hear is ongoing, ongoing, ongoing. Well, we're ongoing, living life day to day here in this world, and all things are ongoing. Zombies with lasers. I like that one. Laser eyes.
Bring back the plague.
Bring back the plague. Make cobalt cloud cannons functional. I mean, why do we have such a weapon in the game and it's not functional? But why? I mean, why? It's like, why do we have a fucking reticle? Oh, so aim those arrows that don't go anywhere where you point them anyway.
Yeah.
So that's I just don't get it. And if you all ever notice,
Well, I mean, then they'd have to fix the network code so that way we actually know what we're hitting.
yeah.
And
how many
also,
people
like, the
actually
arc of
have
what
the
you're hitting.
reticle on their screen?
I fade mine out.
Yeah, mine's been arrows work in
But
New World. I hear you, Bridge Troll. I hear you,
it comes
buddy.
up. Yeah.
I
Hey,
I
let's
use a
just
bow
say
and arrow in New World when I'm playing. You too, bud.
I'm having fun in Baldur's Gate 3. Yes.
The word actually is
reticle.
reticle. Of course, I call it the recticle because it looks like a little puckered asshole that we don't need on the fucking screen.
Yep. The reticle.
Yeah, the little crosshairs in the middle of your screen, or did you? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, show up
you come on, Knight Rider. You know what I'm saying, buddy? You know what I'm saying? Come on. Bridge Troll, have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, it's almost time for us to get out of here.
Yeah,
too.
well, it's time for him to go to a meeting, which means it's time for us to start wrapping things up.
Yeah.
But I know people are laughing out there about my description of the reticle. So yeah. Let's go ahead and start that process because we've just got a couple minutes left here. So let's go ahead and get over to the MooBot.
Oh, MooBot.
Moo.
Close. There. Draw. Andrew. Night out.
Oh, look at that. Andrew went on both. That's interesting. Yeah. I'm having all sorts of black screen of death things going on here because Moobot just took a dump. I don't know if it's a Moobot or whether it's I lost something. I lost something big time here. I lost my audio. Okay, well, apparently I'm still streaming recording, but I lost my voice meter. So, can you guys hear me out there? Jack's not hearing me. Alright, so I don't know what happened here. Let me check my voice mod. I don't know. Okay, you guys hear me, but Jack can't hear me. So I don't know what caused that. So let me close Discord real quick and see if I can get back in there. I don't know. Something happened to Discord definitely because it seems to be locked up. Yeah. And that task there. We're gonna do this here. Yeah, I know you can't hear Jack talking because I lost my Discord connection, so we're restarting that. And I lost my Streamlabs, which just doesn't make sense, although it's supposedly recording in the background. So we'll figure that out in a minute too. But it looks like Jack's getting out of here. Let me see if I can. Can you hear me, Jack? Yeah, that's in Zoom. Turn your Zoom audio on real quick. Yeah, I lost Discord for some reason. I don't know why, but thankfully, like I said, is we have redundant backups that we can do that with. Actually, I'm back in Discord. Yeah, well, I did the same thing, and let's see. Yeah, now I'm back in Discord, and I got audio back there. But we'll finish up here. Let me pull out the last giveaway, close that giveaway, pick ourselves a winner, and the Maynard. The Maynard is going to get the last giveaway of the day. I don't have access to my Chrome because Chrome is not responding apparently. That's probably something that took a shit. So the Maynard, I will get you a game key here in just a minute. But meanwhile, we're going to wrap things up and say goodbye for now. And we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz. And we are NBNN. And I can't even get to my ending screen. So we're just going to say ta-ta for now.
Bye bye.